So what's the deal with fluoride? There's a lot of, we hear all kinds of things in the news. Fluoride in the water, no fluoride in the water, fluoride in the toothpaste. So what do you suggest?
Yeah, the fluoride debate is so full of misunderstandings, right? So I would say that the first misunderstanding is this concept that we can take a pill or swallow something to have any effect whatsoever downstream. Like people do this, they'll tell me that they just need to take some calcium pills to help their teeth, right? Or if you've got an ailment, you take a pill, but not understanding how the process works. So with fluoride, the teeth are formed, and there's lots of variations here, but generally speaking, the enamel is done by very young age. Oh. I would say you should think of maybe 5, 6, 7-year-olds, something like that.
You mean how much enamel we have now in our mouth at any age is basically fixed at the age of 5 or 6?
It's been formed.
Wow.
Yep.
No more enamel for you, basically.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So the only impact of fluoride in the drinking water that's being swallowed would have to be ingested before that age.
I see.
So you can't drink fluoride as an adult and have any effect on your teeth whatsoever because it just doesn't get to where it needs to go.
Fluoride in the water is for children, young children.
Yep.
That's when it's important.
Correct. Yep. And there is a toxic level of fluoride. So generally speaking, 1 part per million is considered safe. Now we don't have fluoride in our drinking water. Okay? We don't add it to our drinking water. We don't control it, in that way in the city water. But some areas have dangerous levels of fluoride, in their drinking level. And some areas, for example, mountains in Colorado, like if you dig a well, you're going to get water that's high level of fluoride, okay, at a super high level. And there's research showing that children that are in high levels of fluoride have lower IQ tests with children that have 0 fluoride in their drinking water.
Oh my, that's...
And so because of those studies, those research studies that are considered good studies, there's a fear of fluoride, just eliminate fluoride whatsoever.
Right. Yes.
And I can see that. I can totally understand that. And so therefore, we don't have fluoride. I don't believe that drinking fluoride or swallowing fluoride is a good idea. However, fluoride does work really well topically in certain cases. It is very effective because what it does, and I'm generalizing here, but just for the sake of illustration, introducing fluoride to hydroxyapatite helps the hydroxyapatite bond to the surface. Oh. So it's like the salt in the salad.
Yes, right.
It just makes it work. Just makes it work. You're right?
Yeah, I get it.
Similar to lithium batteries, do not have high levels of lithium, just enough to make the whole thing work. It makes the cake work.
Yeah, right.
So that's why 0 fluoride in your toothpaste, and you don't know why you have so many cavities. See what I mean?
Yes.
Like it can work topically really well. So in some cases, it will work, but I think you should weigh that against other concerns. So I think we need to be careful on the dose and the duration, especially with children. But also, there's other factors that I would first try and eliminate rinsing toothpaste.
Stop rinsing.
Stop rinsing is something easy we can all do.
And use a toothpaste in general with a low RDA or low grit value.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mostly you do that because of a person's ability to keep that tooth. I mean, it's a little bit more pleasant to have low abrasiveness. Most people don't like the crunchy because it feels like sand.
It does feel like sand. Yeah, I'm remembering back to those times when I had a toothpaste like that. Yeah, it's very unpleasant.
Most people want to rinse that out.
Who likes eating sand? Nobody.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, the first reaction to like having sand in your mouth is to rinse that stuff out. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, when I come in and have my cleanings done, I always pay a little bit extra to have that fluoride treatment that you provide. That tastes great, by the way. And so tell me about that. Like, how does that help me?
Fluoride combines with calcium phosphate, hydroxyapatite to help remineralize your teeth. In your case, you're concerned about the edge, by the gum line, and that would be really good for that. It also would be good for reducing the sensitivity, cold sensitivity, and that's because of the calcification, the remineralization.
Is there a way to do that more often? Because I only get that done twice a year when I'm here. Is there a way to get that topical fluoride if I'm not a dentist and do that once a month? Or
if your fluoride level in your toothpaste is adequate and safe, I would say that you could. What's more important is the multiple exposures to toothpaste.
Okay.
So if you're concerned about cavities or sensitivity, and you can, brush on the toothpaste, rinse or spit the extra. Don't rinse. Don't swallow it, but don't eat or drink after that.
For how long?
Probably 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay.
But if you can do 5 minutes, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
And if it can be the last thing you do before going to bed, that's great. But just try to not eat or drink for a while. And that's just similar. This is kind of like, do you remember, I don't know if it's like a lollipop TV ad. This is a long time ago. Where like how many licks does it take to get to the bottom?
Center of a something.
Exactly. Or how long, right, exactly. It's probably similar to like
Tootsie Roll.
Right, Tootsie Roll. Yeah. Or is it Tootsie Roll?
Oh, maybe it's not Tootsie. Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Pop. Is it Tootsie Pop? Yeah. And then I think it was an owl that was like licking on that. Right. And no one could go more than like a few licks.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Somebody holds a Guinness World Record, I think, for that.
Right. So oh really?
Licking
that's
it down.
Fun.
Yeah, actually
sure
know her. I know her.
Oh really?
She was, I think, 12 when she wrote Tootsie Pop. Her name is Nancy Jutton. She lives in Bellingham. And she said, I licked all the way down to the center of a Tootsie Pop. She counted how many licks, sent it into the president, and got this big certificate that they framed.
Wow.
Put up in her bedroom.
That's amazing.
I know.
That's incredible. I love that. I love that. That's incredible. I want to meet her.
Yes.
That's great. I'm so proud.